Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's section of reads. This should be on the YouTube channel, James13 Wicca, in case you're seeing it somewhere else. The decks and dice I'm using in the videos are listed below for this section, of course. And if you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and let's go ahead and get into the one that you chose. Hello, Scorpio. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Scorpio? Ooh, the Sun card, my favorite card in the tarot deck. Starts right off with that for you. That's very interesting. Princess of Cups. Waiting to see how it all goes. Making sure I get what I want. No. Okay. Waiting. Biding your time. Holding back. I believe, it seems from the outside, anyway, that Scorpio has ways of being patient. Now, do you like being patient? I don't know about that. But you have ways to do it. There's certain things you just will not do if you do not want to do them, and that's what that is. That's just how it is. Being patient and being strategic are in your realm of, you can do that. I'm just not, I don't know. I don't know that, like, I don't do it because I like it. I do it because that's just what I'm going to do. It's kind of how I see it for Scorpio. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I don't know. I keep getting that. Like, I don't do it because I like it. I do it because that's what I need to do. And that's what that is. You have been active in this situation, but there's only certain things you're willing to do. And it has been kind of holding the situation in a certain spot. So it's like motion not leading to any change, but motion as you see fit. So it's kind of like, it's not moving, but it's moving. Does that make sense? It's almost like, you know, it's almost like constantly rearranging the house to feel like it's a different place, but it's still the same place. That's kind of how it feels. It's kind of like, maybe I've been doing some upgrades, some like changing how some walls look, breaking some things down, building some things up differently. It may look like a different house, but it's still the same house. I keep feeling that energy. Excuse me. Like, not moving, but moving. Is there anything else I need to say with that? Because it's like, it's not moving, but it's moving. And I'm being very careful about what I've been telling people, and I let people think what they want, but I don't really tell them anything. I keep information going without telling people things I'm not going to tell them. But I feel like there's certain people that are just constantly chatter, and they're trying to get information from me. So I kind of let them think they've gotten some stuff when they haven't. Because it's like, that's what I need to do to just deal with them. That's how I keep them out of my way. That's how I keep them from being a problem. I let them think they get information when I didn't tell them anything, but they seem to think that I did. Because that's just, they're obnoxious like that, is what I keep getting. And I'm just like, this is what I need to do to get them out of the way. I will not be doing things I don't want to do, that's for sure. But I'm also not letting them take away possibilities from me. So I'm also doing what I need to do with that. I've been holding back. I keep feeling the Scorpio energy, been holding back. You got the Princess of Cups. You can surely move forward if you want to. You've just been deciding not to. But you're like letting people think what they want. What am I missing with that? People are annoying me. I keep getting... I don't know what to say. I feel like people are annoying me. And I'm handling them the way I need to handle them. I don't like how the situation is going overall at the moment, but I'm about to make choices. I'm about to make choices. Very slow and very deliberate, And other people aren't going to see it, but I feel like I'm setting up, like it's almost like I'm gathering information, I'm putting things in the right places. Maybe I haven't bought the tickets yet, but I know what tickets I'm going to buy. It might be one of those things. Okay. Center energy is very good. I'm getting along with people, and I am setting up the plan. Very strategic. Literally, the word strategic is on this card. Doing what I need to do. Waiting. Not because I want to, because I feel like that's what I need to do. Not sharing information because I'm not gonna if I don't want to. And that's just what that is. The Sun card, I feel like I need a little bit more information because it's good. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm not even worried about other people and how they feel. You got the Death card, which is your card on the dice, but it's reversed, kind of like I'm waiting. I'm not active, I'm waiting. Sometimes I read the Death card reversed as stagnant, as like the things are kind of getting stale. But in your reading, especially the way all these other influences are adding up, it's waiting. It's just not time yet. I'm going to show these cards, even though I've kind of talked about them. This is other people getting on my nerves. Because I feel like they're being a little needy, and they want control of something that they're not going to have control of. And I am handling it the way I need to. And like I said here, you're getting along with people. It's fine. I'm getting along with people the way I need to. And that's fine. Sun card coming in. I know I've already talked to it, but I know there's something I'm missing. Because people are thinking they're going to do things that they're not going to do. I do feel like I'm aggravated, and I'm just like, certain people need to have a lesson to where they think they're in control of things that they're not in control of. And I almost feel like, you know what, they're going to learn the hard way, and I don't feel bad about it, because they're doing things they shouldn't have been doing to start with. And they think they have control in certain ways that they don't have control. And sometimes that rude wake-up call, it's kind of like, you know what, this is just what's going to make the sense. This is what's going to make sense for them. This is how they're going to remember to mind their P's and Q's. I'm not saying you have to do anything. This is just seems to be part of that reading where it's just adding up the way it's adding up. It's just adding up the way it's, if it's there, great. If it's not, don't worry about it. Because I feel like I'm getting along and people are going to learn what they need to learn. I feel like you already know what you're gonna do. Like, I know the goal, I know where I'm gonna be, and when the opportunity shows up, I'm gonna go, and it's showing up. Now when it does show up, the Three of Wands shows up, your moment shows up, it's time to do what I gotta do. Things are moving forward. I'm seeing my opportunity, I'm seeing what I need to do. The way this card is showing, it's like I see it happening in front of me. Usually the Three of Wands, this is like the ship coming in, time to move forward. There's a very interesting connection here. It's kind of like I'm sitting here waiting to see. I've been waiting, and the possibility is there. I don't know. I'm gonna let that go because I feel like we're gonna over talk about that. You have a choice there. You can just center on what you're going to do and just let it play out. That's one way to do it. That's fine. I don't think there's a bad version of this. I just feel like there's different outcomes a little bit. Like, not overall, like you're going to go where you're going to go. You're still going to make it there. Something about the trip and how it affects other people and what that may or may not lend into your ultimate enjoyment of the situation. Like over on the other side when you're done. You can do this version. I just feel like certain people are going to back up and leave you alone. If that's what you want, you don't want to communicate, that's your business. Certain people will back up and they will leave you be after that. I feel like they're going to get the hint that, like, you know, don't try to get in Scorpio's business if Scorpio doesn't want you there. I don't see that as a bad outcome, but there's another version here. It all depends on how you're adding up to this energy that's kind of pushing their luck a little bit. If you want them to understand and be more respectful and realize that you're going to do what you're going to do, I feel like I do have the ability, once I start moving forward, to communicate if I decide appropriate, and I will allow them to have certain things, and I will include them in the journey forward where they can have more of what they want. It's not going to impede on what you're going to get. You're still going to get what you're going to get. It's not going to change your outcome. But if you want this energy closer, if you want this energy to be more compatible with your life and more understanding, like when you're going to do what you're going to do, they need to back up and let you do it. If they want to be included, they just got to realize they got to be more respectful to your energy. You can communicate and move them forward with you in a compatible way. So it's kind of like if you communicate and you want this energy closer, they're saying communicate. You will bring this energy closer. And I feel like I'm also teaching somebody, this is how my energy goes. If you want to be a part of this with me, this is the do's and don'ts of like if you want to be on good terms with me. And I do feel like I'm allowing them, you're not going to let anything impede on your success, but you will bring them in closer. It's all about communication and allowing them to have, it's kind of like, yeah, you help me, I will help you. Don't push your luck with me again. I feel like that's also here. But if you stay silent through the situation, I do feel like it puts an emotional distance between you and whoever this is. If you feel that's appropriate, that's your business. That's an outcome. It's kind of like, what do you want from this is the question mark. Because I get the Four of Wands, you are setting the stage. This energy seems to understand, like, once you set the stage, they're looking at it like these are the rules going forward. You may be changeable after this. They might not be as changeable. You know, it's kind of like when you put somebody in their place, after a while, they stay there and they don't really try anymore. Versus you include them, they feel like they're included and they're gonna maintain that appropriately. So it's like, it feels like they're either in or they're out after this. It doesn't seem like it goes back for it. Like the Four of Wands is usually a stability card in my opinion. I feel like whatever it is what it is, because I feel like when I get this energy, they're accepting like this is what the situation is. That's why this energy is kind of like just kind of there. Like this is what it is. This is how Scorpio sees me. This is how I relate to Scorpio from here forward. That's what I'm getting from this. You, again, might be changeable. They might not be as much. What do you want from this situation? I feel like I've only done 2 others, but one of them was Pisces. And it does remind me of like the Pisces, like where do you ultimately want to be with this connection? Like what is your goal with this connection? Not only like what you want from the situation, but the connection that's, I feel like, aggravating you a little bit at the moment. Where do you want that ultimately? Because I'm getting like, it's all about what do you want to happen? Do you want this energy to be more understanding and like understanding in the sense of like, these are your rules. This is how this goes. I would like you closer. You just have to respect how I work energy, because you work the way you work. Scorpio is the way Scorpio is. Like you have a dynamic energy. It's very inclusive. It's very loving. It's also not to be toyed with. I feel like I've said this to many of people over the years. I'm like, you know, Scorpio is just one of those signs. You don't play with that sign. You respect that sign. That's not a sign to mess with. Not that people should be messing with people anyway, but Scorpio's not the one to mess with. I don't know. I don't know why I'm throwing that in there, because I almost feel like if there's cross watchers, Scorpio is not the sign to play games with. I just wouldn't do it. It's just not smart. And they're saying, going forward on this situation, I just feel like how this plays out, if you include them, they feel included, and I feel like there's a strong bond. If you disclude them and you don't allow them into that process, that's fine if that's what you want, but I feel like once that happens, it just feels like they just feel like they're out, and that's just where it is, and they just seem to accept it, and they don't really push the boundaries again, but they also don't seem very bonded with you either. So that's why they're giving, like, what is this Ace of Cups? If that's what you want, you're like, yeah, I want them to fly away or stay out of my way or whatever. If that brings you your Ace of Cups, like that's what makes you happier, cool. Versus like that wouldn't make you happy, you actually would like them closer, you would like them to be more respectful and understand you better and be a part of your situation in a more compatible way. That's what they're saying. Communicate if that's what you want. How do you get here? What does this look like for you? What does that Ace of Cups look like for you? That's you making that decision. All right. I'm going to shut that down there. I hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com is James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.